We're going to be taking a quick look at an SAP HANA demonstration, an application built on top of the platform leveraging geospatial analytics, text analytics, as well as temporal analysis. On this first screen, we'll see how we can get a quick view of the number of events over time, so that's our temporal analysis. Next, we'll move over to the text analytics, and this is leveraging the text analysis engine inside of HANA to pull out the entities out of the event descriptions. And on the map, you'll see our geospatial engine going to work putting together a heat map of the density of events in Africa. We can toggle between metrics. So on the first screen, we were looking at just the total number of events. On this second heat map, we are looking at the number of fatalities that occurred in those events. So you can toggle between whatever data types you have within HANA very quickly. We'll see as we start to move around the interface, anytime I adjust anything on the screen, in this case the timeline, we're effectively filtering everything out in real time inside of HANA. So now we're going to take a look at our text analysis engine updating as I adjust the timeline. That's invoking our text analysis engine to actually adjust what entities are being displayed based on the events that occurred within the timeline that I have selected at the bottom of the screen. Likewise, as I filter the map by zooming in on the screen, all of the events that go off of the screen based on where I zoomed are now filtered out of the data, and again my text analysis engine is updating the entities that are involved in those events that are on the screen. So we can see that very quickly, and then within that text cloud on the right side I can actually filter based on some of the most popular entities that were described within those events that appear on the map. Next, we're going to do a freeform search. So initially I did a filter based on which entities the text analysis engine returned to me. Now I'm going to search for just a simple freeform text search of bomb. And as we did that, you notice it filtered out, and then I cleared that text search out and went back to our original view. Now, an interesting thing we can do is start to overlay actual different organizations on top of the map. So not only on the spatial portion of the map do you see where the two organizations interact with each other, but even more interestingly, from a temporal standpoint, we can see how they interact back and forth with each other, so we can start to get some idea of what kind of patterns of behavior they have as far as interacting with each other. So is there an event that occurs from one organization that then is followed by another organization, and patterns likewise. And then we can zoom in on the map as we've just done here and get down to the individual event level. So we've gotten below the heat map itself, and as we hover over this event we can see the event description, and that's what our text analysis engine is actually running on to pull out the entities. And then within that event we can filter down to the actual metadata to see when it happened, where it happened, which organizations were involved, and then of course the event description that I just mentioned before. So after this we'll go ahead and clear out our filtering on the different religious groups that we were filtered on before. We'll zoom back out, and again as I'm doing this you'll notice all of the real-time heat map generation going on inside of HANA, as well as the text analysis engine updating on the right side to update those entities we see in the tag cloud in real time. So lastly, we can do some very common things that you see in the geospatial world, start overlaying some different demographic layers. So not only can we see what events are happening, but we can start to correlate that with other data sets that pertain to the spatial region we're currently looking at to get a better understanding of not only what's happening, but potentially why that's happening.